Hello, my name is Christopher Obebo, and it's a privilege to come your way again today. Today, I will continue with the topic we started a while ago, the Ascension. Ascension. Over time, we have had two series on the Ascension. The first one was the big question. The second one was the three-code fold of personal integrity. And today, the focus will be on ascension, the blessing. I will encourage you to head over to Chris Obebo on YouTube to get these previous teachings. That way, you'll be able to know where we started, where we are, and where we hope to go. And there are also other videos on the channel that you would do well to check out any of them. I'm confident that when you take your time to go through any of these videos and you watch them, your life will be blessed. Let me also make a request that as the videos are blessing you, please do well to also share with other people. Do well to comment. Then you could also go on the various platforms to like, and then I trust that your life would get better. So let's dive into today. Ascension, the blessing. The anchor text still remains Psalm 24, verse 3 to 4, where the Bible says, "Who will ascend to the hill of the Lord? Who will stand in his holy place?" And the answer was, "He that has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully." The focus today will be on verse 5, where the Bible says, "He shall receive the blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation." Now, many privileges are accorded to individuals with clean hands, with pure heart, and those who speak right. And these privileges hold true for these individuals, irrespective of their status, irrespective of their gender, irrespective of their culture, irrespective of their location. The first among these privileges in order is what we call ascension. The second one is access. Access to the presence of the king, access to the presence of the individual. And then the third one is the blessing. And like I did mention, the blessing will be the focus of the conversation today. So, the blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. So, today the focus again will be on the blessing. Now, ordinarily, one would have thought that the individual who paid the price of having clean hands, having a pure heart, and learning to speak right in spite of the constant pressures and temptations to compromise their standard. You would have thought that with all these prices they paid to remain on track, they should receive loads of blessings, many blessings. However, the Bible says he shall receive the blessing, and not many blessings or loads of blessings. So the first thing you need to understand that here is that when you do what is expected of you, irrespective of where you are located, irrespective of whether your superiors take to account what you have done or decide that what you have done is even worthy of being rewarded, so long as you do what is right, God, who is the most superior, has taken note of what you have done. He has penned your name down, and you are being scheduled for a reward. It may not come in the form you are expecting it. It may not come from the place where the service was rendered, but it will come in a bigger way, and it will surely come. And this is a word of encouragement to someone that don't get discouraged when the rewards are not coming, in spite of the effort you are putting in. The effort you are putting in will pay, and the reward will surely come. It might not come from the place you made the service, but God has penciled down your name and he has scheduled you for a reward. The blessing in Psalm 24 verse 5, is not just material gain, because the Bible did not say the blessings from the Lord. It said he shall receive the blessing. Definite article was used there. So it's not just material gain, of having access to things. Rather, it is about being accepted. And let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a beggar who is at the gate of a rich man. From time to time, the rich man, whenever he passes by, would drop things for the beggar. But that does not mean the beggar has direct access to this rich man. Vis-a-vis a special advisor to the rich man or a son of the rich man, he is granted access so that the person receives things from God occasionally or from time to time does not necessarily mean what that person has been granted access. The blessing in this question is not just the blessing of receiving things alone, it is beyond that. It is first and foremost the blessing of being granted access. Because when this blessing comes, having received this blessing, it now becomes your identity. And because it now becomes your identity, it then opens you up to other things that are associated with those who are carriers of the blessing. One of those things is presence, access to God. And if you are now dealing with human beings, you have what? Access to what? Classified information, access to individuals in top places. The second thing that goes with the blessing is protection, divine covering from harm. The third thing that comes as an offshoot of the blessing is provision, the supply of needs. The other thing that comes is what I call promotion, elevation, and favor. And then the last one is what I would call purpose, empowerment to fulfill destiny. So, having received the blessing, it now becomes your identity. When it becomes your identity, it then opens you up to things I already mentioned, and I'll talk about them again. It opens you up to the presence, it opens you up to His protection, it opens you up to His provision, it opens you up to promotion, it opens you up to fulfilling purpose. Now, some of these things I mentioned are what people individually pray for. They pray for protection, they pray individually for provision, they pray individually for preservation, they pray individually for presence. However, when a person becomes blessed, these and many more are released to the person as one entity called the blessing. And the classical example of this is Abraham. Abraham, God told him, I will not just bless you, I will make you a blessing. He became a blessing and he enjoyed the presence of God. He enjoyed his protection. He enjoyed his provision. He enjoyed his promotion and he fulfilled purpose. So, my charge to you today is to pay the price of clean hands, the price of a pure heart, the price of a right speech, so that when the blessing comes, you will receive the whole package. You will not be running around for the individual component, you will receive the whole package. And I want you to begin that journey today because it is a reality, it is a possibility. And I trust that God would help you to do the right thing. Don't forget to go to Chris Obebo on YouTube, get other videos, comment on them, share with other people, and I trust that your life will not remain the same. I see you becoming a blessing and going from glory to glory. Thank you so much for your time and God bless you.